Click the links to join the channel here over at subscribe to our mailbox. We'll mail me some comics. So here's the thing with rumors. It's kind of been a joke for the past several years about the whole Kathleen Kennedy and Disney and Star Wars. You have to re-examine these rumors with the overlay of not as if the company is made up of normal people who want to fix things, but just go, well, what's the wrong direction they could go in? And getting rid of somebody, Kathleen Kennedy or one of these other, woke, insane girl power feminists, well, that would be a movement in the right direction to trying to turn Star Wars or Disney around. So that's a rumor that's not going to happen. Disney knows what they're doing. This is the direction they want to go in. This is a religion to them. So a rumor that Disney is going to push more MCU with the MCU X-Men to focus on female characters. And for some reason, the woke Twitter kids get really triggered by that. They get triggered by Gary Nerdrotic, Yellow Flash, Ryan Cannell, and a couple other these YouTube presenters. And I look at these Twitter kids and I'm like, so why are you watching their YouTube channel? Why are you coming across their tweets? You can just mute or block all those channels because they need to have something to virtue signal about. And, first world problems for a lot of this kind of stuff. So this, you think, wait a minute, I've been following the movies the past, 5 or 10 years. This seems like an odd direction to go in. So here's what's going on. The Disney-owned Marvel Studios seems to be doubling down on strong female leads for its upcoming X-Men reboot, which would obviously be the worst thing you could possibly do, learning nothing from earlier films. Recent tweet talking about the rumors, sidelining iconic figures like Magneto, and, well, swapping out a Sinister for Magneto is not such a big deal. They're trying to differentiate the reboot from the previous Fox franchise. Fair enough. Some concern particularly in the wake of the Marvel's box office disappointment, which I think, lost over $100 million. You'll see, it's going to be a little while to see. Hold on, let me check that. Okay, so I just went to buy the numbers. The Marvel's is about $200 million gross total and only $84 million domestically, so that's I guess going to lose over $200 million. Congratulations to Brie Larson and she doesn't care. She got paid anyway. So Disney's recent attempt to push on pop, and it's, Disney is not just like, perhaps you remember the last X-Men movie with Jennifer Lawrence saying we should be the X-Women. You probably don't remember it because you didn't see it. I tried to watch a few minutes of that movie. I couldn't get through it. It was like trying to watch the Captain Marvel movie. That's another rough film to get through. I will say The Marvels was actually a better movie than Captain Marvel. It's kind of like Solo was a good movie, but people were so burnt out on the prior movies that they wanted to, I guess, they just didn't have any faith in the franchise. And Solo was just kind of an okay movie, as was The Marvels, because the Kamala Khan character had a lot of charm. But people just didn't see it because, they know the superhero genre in its entirety is over, as you're going to find out with the Aquaman 3, which should be interesting. And also, they don't like Brie Larson, but also Disney Marvel is really on its own level of crap. So it got to be the lowest grossing MCU film at the box office because it had 3 female leads, Brie Larson as the main, and then 2 sidekick characters that most people are not, because Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, is already not a main character in the Marvel universe. And then the 2 sidekick characters are even less well known. And the one of them, Kamala Khan, is only there to be some kind of woke purse puppy, Mary Sue, Pox Walks type of character. The only reason they're not making her BLT is, well, I better leave that alone. So the Marvels did not do well, and you'd think it would serve as a cautionary tale. No, that's the point, is like they're not trying to they would like to make money, but if the choice is between being woke and losing money or just making movies that people want. I think Hugh Grant, no, Clooney has got some movie now about the Oxford rowing team set 100 years ago. And the movie's probably going to do pretty well because it, at least in the previews, they didn't woke it up and, swap out a bunch of characters for the rowing team or the crew team or something like this. It kind of had a Chariots of Fire vibe from it that came out in the 80s. The whole cast is obviously all, real English people. So it's probably going to do pretty well. And you think, oh, what a juxtaposition. I wonder if there's a lesson to be learned from that. It's like, shh, Don't say that. You'll get canceled. I think you have to like be something in the first place to get canceled. So audiences are. You'd think they would learn from, the diverse Vagina Power movie losing $200 million, but of course they won't. Potential repercussions of straying too far from the source material. It would, doesn't help if the source material itself is woke, as the recent Captain Marvel stuff has been. Okay, so the X-Men franchise, which I thought a lot of those movies were okay. The last one, was it called Wolverine? Where the opening scene of the movie is a bunch of blonde guys in a limo who are just acting like total jackasses. God, actually, the more I think about the plot of that movie, it was kind of stupid. He has to get some girl somewhere, and she's a POC from south of the border. It's like, damn that Bush, he's literally no. We're beyond. We're on to Trump now. Damn that Trump and the borders and that Time magazine cover. Yeah, we get it. You guys are as subtle as a tractor. So the X-Men people are familiar with. Though I will say it's probably a step down from the Avengers, built on Wolverine and the rest of the characters. Beast was, I guess, the Avengers. I think Nightcrawler is X-Men, which I guess I got confused. So shifting the focus to female characters and excluding fan favorite Magneto. Well, you did like 6 X-Men movies, right? I think or at least with Wolverine, with what's the Wolverine character. You did the movies. I mean, it ran its course. Some of them were okay. I mean, they're all okay except for the last one, the X-Woman. But yeah, it's okay to swap out to different villains. It's not okay to focus on the girl power. You can have them as part of an ensemble cast, no problem. But to put them in the forefront is a little bit weird. So Mr. Sinister, that's fine. Choice of villains, not a problem. But getting into girl power, that was 2006. Damn, that was a while ago. Halle Berry was in that. And the Wolverine was probably the best part of the X-Men. The best scene in the movie is when God, I hope this is the X-Men, not the Avengers. When the Flash character is able to slow down time, and or the Marvel's equivalent to the Flash, and the songs "Sweet Dreams" by the Eurythmics is playing in the background. Anyway, so the X-Men reboot, part of Disney's larger strategy to integrate new characters, new cash cows, potentially, that they have not already milked. Fair enough. And there might be an issue here about like IP rights and what characters are shared with other, because when Marvel sold out, I think in the 90s, like Sony and Fox and who owns what characters. So obviously they're trying to reboot something and get some, get the Marvel momentum rolling again by focusing on diverse girl power. They go, but you just had the Marvels with Brie Larson and those other 2 sidekick characters that nobody gives 2 shits about. And it didn't do well. In fact, like I said, just 5 minutes ago, it lost $200 million. Yeah, we're going to double down on that. Because reasons? This is just like some blood-drinking cult, isn't it? To Moloch or something. Yes, it is. A lot of people don't understand this. They look at these billion-dollar companies and they think they should be making reasonable decisions, but they're not making reasonable decisions. They're making crazy decisions. And you go, but I can't put my finger on. I can't attribute this to any logical path forward. Why are they making these decisions? Because I just said it's a cult. It's like it's David Koresh or Jim Jones or something. And I know people think it's really weird to keep saying that about a $150 billion company, but people are ultimately just people. And if you have a dozen people in South America or 100 people in South America drinking Kool-Aid, it's like, yeah, that's a legitimate cult. But, thousands of people running Disney, if they're part of a similar cult, they're still going to engage in cult-like behavior. They're just going to scale it up. I know how crazy that sounds, but look at the movies they're making. Tell me I'm crazy. It's like, okay, well, first of all, you're still crazy, but you might have a point with these movies. Anyway, when you look at Hollywood in general, think of the I'll say lamest. I wanted to say the other word, but think of the lamest path forward for Hollywood. That's the path they're going to take. So any rumors that go in that direction are probably going to be accurate. So yeah, you're going to see some more girl power movie. Good luck, Disney. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys all next episode.